are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Tim will be here soon. He's running a little behind today, and he'll be a little late to the show. But we got a game in the CFL. We got 3 in the WNBA, and we got a full baseball card other than the London game going on right now. And I'll be completely honest, I didn't bet it. So no action in the game going on right now. I'd probably live bet the under, and I'd probably live bet the Cardinals if I had to, because those are the plays that have the better lines than you could have gotten this morning. But with that being said, before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Went 6-5 in the MLB, up 0.6 units. It started off with Chicago, St. Louis, first 5 under 7.5, which was a winner. Arizona, San Fran, first 5 under 4.5 was a loser. Texas, first 5 run line was a loser. Oakland, first 5 money line. Oakland full game plus 1.5, loser. But then it turned around. Atlanta, Cincinnati over 12.5, never in doubt. Totally did not need back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth to make it a 7-6 game. Miami, Pittsburgh, first 5 under 4.5 was a winner. Boston, Chicago, first 5 under 4.5 was a winner. Milwaukee, Cleveland, first 5 under 4.5 was a winner. Detroit, Minnesota, first 5 under 4.5 was a winner. A lot of my first 5 unders went 5-1 yesterday. That was really nice. A bunch of first 5 unders. And then Houston money line, geez, that was heartbreaking. They were up 7-3, and the Dodgers scored 2 in the 7th and 3 in the 8th to take the lead, including one off a balk that wasn't a balk. But it is what it is. 6-5 up 0.6 units. CFL split out again. Calgary -3 was a loser, but the over 45.5 was a winner. They had a chance in double overtime to at least push the -3, and Meyer throws an interception in the end zone, because that's how CFL is going this season. The WNBA has been much better, though. Storm money line was a winner. Vegas -15.5 did not win, but the full game over 169 did. Went 2-1, up 0.43 units in the WNBA yesterday. Overall 9-7, up 0.85 units in the month of June. 180, 159, 134, and 23, up 18.39 units. Hoping to keep that going into today, June the 25th. But we'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into the slate. There we go. Morning, fellas. Let's get some cash today. Yes. I hope the Cubs -1.5 is doing good. Cubs up 4-3. Tim says we'll be there in a couple minutes. Was also able to live bet the Cubs -1.5, -105. Yep. Them White Sox. I was leaning White Sox yesterday. I cashed the first 5 under with them. Told y'all they can win as long as they score first. Fair enough. Well, I know Tim's going to be sad to miss this game because this is one he was super excited about. Sarcastic, he doesn't know. But Toronto Argonauts and the Edmonton Elks. The Argonauts -6.5 point favorites, total of 44.5 in this game. Let's grab the line history in this spot here between the Argos and the Elks. This line opened up at a 6.5, and it got up to a 7 at one point. And it's back down to a 6.5. Opened up at a 44.5. It's still a 44.5 in this one. And when you look at these two teams, both teams coming into this game, going under in all their games. Argonauts have only played 1. They played last week. They had a bye week 1. They won 32-14 against the Tiger Cats. Depending on the line you got, you hit the over, you barely missed it. It was anywhere between 45.5 and 47. And on the flip side, we had the Edmonton Elks coming into this game 0-2 ATS, and both games have gone under. They have scored a combined 13 points in their first 2 games, coming in off of a 22-0 loss against the BC Lions and a 17-13 week 1 loss against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. One thing I noticed, though, is the track history of Montreal traveling to the West has not been very good. Or my bad, Toronto traveling west has not been very good, because when you look at previous years, this is the first year that this is the first game that they've traveled west so far this season. But previous to that, last year in Edmonton as 6-point favorites, 28-23 win over the Elks. That would not get this 6.5 point spread covered. They lost to Calgary 29-2. They beat Saskatchewan 31-21, but that was the game Saskatchewan had most of their starters out due to injury. And they lost 44-3 to BC. The previous year, they lost 30-16 against Saskatchewan, 20-7 against Winnipeg. They did beat Calgary 23-20, though. In the previous year, they went 1-4, losing 55-8 to BC, 26-0 to Edmonton, 26-16 to Calgary, 48-21 to Winnipeg, and 32-7 against Saskatchewan. The Argos have had not the greatest track history playing in the West, and none of those games that I listed that they went, I believe it combined 3 and 10 ATS, were they favorites of 6.5 or 7 points. I'm on the Elks. I personally got them early in the week at 7.5 minus 120. I'm also on the under 44.5 in this game. I can see the Elks defense has actually not been bad. Much improved from last year, where they gave up over 33 points a game. This is an Elks team that has given up 22 and 17 to the Riders, who scored 27 against the Bombers and 29 against the Stamps last night. And they gave up 22 points to the Lions, who scored 30 against Winnipeg. So kind of an interesting matchup here. I'm on the Elks plus the points, and I'm on the under 44.5 in this game. There we go. Good morning. Won $25,000 this weekend. Holy crap. Good work.
That's not bad. Good morning.
Morning. I keep betting the Rangers to win the West, to win the division. They are up to minus 150 now to win the AL West. Houston's offense just isn't good enough right now. I think that the Rangers are going to fall off in the second half. No, I forgot to bet on a horse 2 weeks ago until someone reminded me today, and it hit. There you go. Elks. Yes. Good morning. Winning day on Friday. Broke even yesterday. Hoping to finish the weekend with a winning day. Oh, yeah. Morning, Munchie. Congrats. I hold $20. There you go. Today's picks: Braves, Marlins, Jays, and Brewers. Good luck, y'all. Good luck. We'll get into those in a little bit. The Mystics are the most undervalued team in the WNBA. There's value at plus 7.5 against the Liberty. We will get into that game at the end of the stream. We do have the WNBA games typed up, as they have been good. Toronto, maybe? I don't trust them heading west as basically a touchdown chalk. Morning, Tim.
Good morning.
We got the MLB now. I did not move on the London game. I slept right through it. So
yeah, I was annoyed because I was at work, and I didn't get out of work until 10:45, and I kept getting alerts on my phone. Cubs 1-0, Cubs 3-0, Cubs 4-0. I'm like, really? I wanted to bet the Cubs run line, and I was starting to get frustrated. Cardinals came back with 3 in the bottom of the second. I was able to get Cubs run line minus 105. So
yeah. Good morning, Tim. What's going on?
Morning, Russ.
We have the Twins minus 120 favorites against the Detroit Tigers. Total 8 in this spot. Let's switch over from the CFL to the MLB for my line history here.
Ooh, can I go first for this game?
No. I know you have extreme insight into this game.
Yes.
I can't. There it is. Couldn't find it for a second. This game kicking off in 1 hour. We have this line opened up at a 141. It's down to a 119, a 22-cent line movement towards the Detroit Tigers. Big line movement here. Total opened up at an 8 on minus 120. It's now an 8 plus 110 to the over. So a 30-cent line movement towards the under in this game as well. Wow. Big movements in this game. Let's get into let's refresh my page. So we have the updated ticket numbers. All right, now we're in business. We have 26% of the tickets and 46% of the cash is on the Detroit Tigers. Kind of intriguing there. 54% of the tickets, 75% of the cash is on the under. Also kind of intriguing there. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one, as we have Bailey Ober and Michael Lorenzen. Over 2.83 ERA, 1.02 whip, 8.2 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 1.98 walks per nine with 256 BABIP, 384 FIP, and a 4.15 SIERA. On the flip side, Michael Lorenzen, 4 ERA, 1.13 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.25 walks per nine, a 257 BABIP, a 4.41 FIP, and a 4.52 SIERA. The bullpens are not great, but they're about equal. 2.9 FIP, 3.85 SIERA for the Tigers, 3.91 and 3.87 for the Twinnies. The hitting advantage would go towards Minnesota, 103 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to the Tigers 89, which is 24th. So looking at this spot for me, I think I want to kick off the slate with something I had decent amount of success with yesterday. It's a 4, not a 4.5. I'm going to go with the first 5 under in this game. I see Bailey Ober being able to shut down this Detroit Tigers lineup that doesn't really hit righties too well, and he's had really good stats. I think the only thing that concerns me is Lorenzen, but the way the line's moving tells me Lorenzen has a good game. So I'm going to go under 4, first 5 at minus 110 here. I know it's an AL Central matchup for you, so it's probably going to be no play. But what's your thoughts here, Tim?
Yeah, I'm not betting this one. I won't talk you off the under just because AL Central's games play a lot towards the unders. And I mean, if you're interested in the under, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. If you wanted to put it up, go ahead. But I'm personally going to be continuing to stay away from AL Central games because I never got them right to begin with. So I kind of just go away from them. So good luck to you in it. I'll have plenty of other games.
Yeah, that's fair. Head over to the chat.
Where did you leave off?
The good morning, Tim one. That one.
Oh, you parlay these. Gators money line. I will probably be back on the Gators today, yes.
It's weird seeing somebody with the Florida State logo up their profile picture. Say Gators.
Morning, fellas. Good morning, Lane Elliott. Yes, parlayed. Morning, boys. 8 and 11 yesterday. Merrill Kelly strikeouts. There you go. Harris to get a hit, and Rangers money line they let you down. Come out pretty even on the day. That's fine. Hey, better to be even than down. Sheesh. Good job. Might parlay those plays. Good luck. I don't parlay stuff. 9 player props taken and 2 money lines again today. Get it? I like that first 5 under 4.5. Get it?
It's a 4 now.
How about the Mystics win total over 24.5? That total is too low. Washington is the best defensive team in the WNBA and a top 5 team. I like the under for that game today. Have a great day, everyone. Going skateboarding with me young ones. Have fun. Nerfy maybe, sure. Tim, you live bet Cubs, so that explains why they let it become a 1-run. No, I live bet it when they became a 1-run game. I live bet it when it became a 1-run game. Good luck, Munchie. I was silly to take Mel Kelly strikeouts yesterday against a hot Rangers team. Sometimes you overthink. It is what it is. Had success taking strikeout props over for pitchers against Detroit. The Tigers lineup is horrible. It is pretty bad, yes. Was happy to go 500 after getting chewed by the MLB the last 2 Saturdays. Would have went plus money if Ohtani managed to make more than 1 bit. Yeah, that was funny. Ohtani was like the worst one on that team.
Yeah, Ohtani got carried to that 25-1 win.
Be careful with line movement. I remember last Sunday there were a few games where the team that line moved away from them ended up smashing. There you go. Florida State football, Tar Heels basketball. Okay. And then Arise. Yeah, why not? Why not be? We should be betting Arise every single day. How about the Angels? Did you mention that game at all? Oh, freaking
no,
Cardinals.
I didn't get it. So I didn't mention it.
I have my play for that game too. How about those Angels? Yeah, that was crazy. Cash over FSU. Yeah. Sky are horrible. They are overvalued, +6 against the Sun. Connecticut should cover. The Sky have no inside scoring or interior defense. Yeah. Luis Ariz has been killing it lately. He's been killing it all year. 25 to 1. I was really hoping that we would see the Angels outdo the 30-3 game on August 22nd, 2007 between the Rangers and the Orioles. But didn't work out. Albie smashing 1 or 2 games. There you go. Crush just now the game is tied. Yep. Cash this last week. Let's run it back. This guy has some fire. Marlins Perez over. Alternative over 7+ strikeouts. Good luck to you. Cubs first 5 money line was the move. It is the end of the 3rd inning, so never mind. Yeah, you had to jinx it, didn't you? Let's jump into this game, Nick.
Yeah, this one's an interesting one here. Philadelphia Phillies -180 favorites against the New York Mets. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history for this one here, as we have Carlos Carrasco and Zach Wheeler. And wow, this line has spiked. It opened up at a 161. It's up to a -192 now. This line opened up at a 9 -120, or 9 even money. Now it's a 9 -125. So a big line movement towards the Phillies, a big line movement towards the over here. Let's take a look at the tickets for it. 78% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the Phillies, 63% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the over. So big bets coming in on both the Phillies and the over here. Which tells me Carrasco is extremely vulnerable today. And when you look at his numbers, I 100% agree with that statement. 6.34 ERA, 1.55 whip, 5.73 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%, 4.3 walks per 9, a 272 BABIP, but a 666 FIP and a 5.52 SIERA. On the flip side, Zach Wheeler's been awesome. 3.48 ERA, 1.11 whip, 10.02 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 2.05 walks per 9, a 305 BABIP, a 267 FIP, and a 3.55 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards Philadelphia in this game. 4.18 FIP, 3.78 SIERA compared to 4.69 FIP and a 3.87 SIERA. Hitting advantage does go towards the Mets, 105 WRC plus, which is 10th compared to 92nd for the Phillies in this matchup here. I think that the Phillies are the look here in this spot, which but I think more than trying to predict what the Mets are going to do on offense, we know the Mets pitching is not very good, and you can get a 4.5 team total with the Phillies. It is -145, and then the full game total is a -125. I'm thinking there's a lot of runs in this game. I think Carrasco gives up a ton early. And then the Phillies can get to the Mets bullpen a little bit here. I like the Philadelphia Phillies team total over 4.5 at -145. And I like the full game over 9 at -125. I see both. I could see Wheeler getting hit for a couple because I believe Zach Wheeler against the Mets. Oh, no, that's Aaron Nola, I believe, right?
Mets can hit against Wheeler, too. They have good numbers against Wheeler, too.
Let me take a look at that real quick because I remember. I think Zach Wheeler as well.
Mets hit the Phillies pretty well in general.
Versus Mets. He's 4-4 with 3.29 ERA, 71 strikeouts and 12 appearances against the Mets. He's pitched 76 and 2/3 innings against the Mets, and he's given up 28 earned runs. I think the Mets can get a couple off of him. I don't think that's saying too much here. So I'm going to be on the team total over 4.5 for the Phillies and the full game over 9.
Yeah, I kind of gave out this play 2 days ago on Balling Out, if that makes sense, because I thought it was Cookie Carrasco 2 days ago, and it was not, and ends up being Scherzer. Now Cookie pitches today. And I think Cookie gets hit. And Mets have decent numbers against Wheeler, so I'll go ahead and, I'm going to tag along with the over. Mets, they can hit. Their hitting's fine. Actually, where are they in terms of runs per game?
They're in the middle of the pack.
4.5 runs per game. But they're allowing 4.63, which is 25th in baseball. So they're allowing runs like crazy. I think they keep allowing runs over in the Mets and Phillies game.
Yes. 145. All right. Let's head back to the chat here. Luis Urias, best hitter in baseball right now, and I don't think it's particularly close. Tap the Rockies. We'll get into that game. I was looking at it, but the line movement and the way the Rockies hit lefties is probably going to keep me off of it. I know they got blown out yesterday. I do not care. Him and Ohtani. Yeah. Phillies. Yeah. Ohtani just knows what the other pitchers are going to do and can hit it anywhere he wants. Imagine if they were both on the same team. That'd be a deadly duo. Yeah. The Phillies have been far better at home this year. They are undervalued in this. Philadelphia is playing well. Carrasco also has been struggling. Yes. Run line, under 9. I like the over 9. Phillies are healthy and playing well. They are. Yerfy, maybe. Yeah. Stayed away from this one. Yeah, fair. Carrasco is 36. He's never been able to stay healthy, and he's wearing down already. Yep. Philly run line, yeah. Housekeeping, that'll be later in the show. Total run under 5.5. First 5. I think that Carrasco gets hurt early. Only back in the Angels and Marlins to win today. I do think the Braves roll again due to the pitching matchup, but we'll see if I pull the trigger on that one. I'll show the run line bet for them maybe. It's hot in Philly too. Good weather for the over. Citizens Bank Park, okay, very differently in warm weather. Let's take a look because I forgot to get that up for today's card. Let's take a look for Citizens Bank Park plus 8% runs, plus 28% home runs for today. So yes, very nice hitter-friendly ballpark. And then for the first game, Comerica Park is plus 1% home runs today. Or plus 1% runs today, which is it's about average. Did we go over any other games? No, this is the second game we've gone over. All right. Don't care. All right. You're going to okay. Stop it. All righty then. This has become weird. All right. New York Yankees and the Texas Rangers. The Yankees minus 110 favorites with a total of 7.5 in this game. Garrett Cole and Nathan Eovaldi. This is a fun matchup. Let's take a look at the line history here for this one. As we have the Yankees, they opened up at 105, and it's now to a 108. So a 3-cent line movement towards New York. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's moved up to an 8. Whoa.
Yeah.
I had full intentions on trying to tackle this under. And it's moved up to an 8. Kind of interesting here. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. 59% of the tickets and 45% of the cash is on the Rangers. And the lines move towards the Yankees. 64% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the over. And the lines move towards the over. All right. So Garrett Cole and Nathan Eovaldi equals over, question mark. Not with the stats that I'm looking at here. Eovaldi, 2.8 ERA, 0.99 whip, 8.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 1.9 walks per 9, a 271 BABIP, a 311 FIP, and a 3.56 ERA. On the flip side, Garrett Cole, 2.64 ERA, 1.08 whip, 9.64 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 2.73 walks per 9, a 273 BABIP, a 337 FIP, and a 3.78 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the New York Yankees here, 3.7 FIP and a 3.7 SIERA. Nathan are the Rangers, 402 and 396. Hitting advantage does go towards the Rangers here, 123 WRC plus, which is second versus righties, compared to 27th for the Yankees at 80 WRC plus. The way the line's moving, though, tells me the Yankees are the move. The bigger bet, more bets are coming in on the Rangers, and the line's moving towards the Yankees here. And I think I want to move on Garrett Cole and the Yankees here. And I'm usually someone who loves to fade him here. But that being said, at minus 108, I'm going to bet the Yankees here in this spot. I'm going to bet the Yankees at minus 108. Well, with the line moving towards them, kind of tells me that they're the look. And I think Eovaldi is due for some negative regression here too. Maybe it's not against a judgeless Yankees lineup, but I mean, I don't think that the Yankees are going to go scoreless forever. So I'm going to grab the Yankees here. I got them at 108 here in this spot. I'm on the Bombers.
Can't do it. Rangers. That was an ugly ass game yesterday. They got shut out by Sevy. They had 8 hits, left plenty of runners on. It was just an overall disgusting game. That's not happening again. And I think Texas puts a beating on Cole and the Yankees today. I would be going Texas and even trying to go reverse run line stuff because I feel like this is the pissed off Texas game because they couldn't do anything yesterday. And, well, you look at Texas. This is a team that's one of the best offense. Sorry, not one of the best offenses. The best offense in baseball.
I'm tired of hearing that. And when I bet them, they don't score runs.
5.99 runs per game. And their the thing is their pitching is 6th. So in terms of ERA, 3.73 ERA. So they look good pitching wise. Seeing that you bet the Yankees, now that I know that, we can definitely go ahead and take the Rangers because the Rangers are going to score a bunch of runs because Nick faded them today. But no, I'm busting on you. I lean towards the Rangers. I actually am down for an over. I could see the Rangers getting some runs up on the board. And I do think Eovaldi gives up a couple, but Eovaldi's been really good this year. And honestly, he has gotten roughed up a little bit his last couple of starts, 4-3 and 4 earned runs. But at what point can we start looking at Eovaldi Cy Young area? Because he is 9-3 with a 2.59 ERA. So he's been pitching really well on the best team in the AL. Or sorry, the second best team in the AL. It's only a matter of time until we start looking at Eovaldi Cy Young stuff. But I like the over in this game, Nick, as well with you.
Yeah, it does. It does look like one of the most obvious unders. I when I capped this card last night, I originally had the first 5 under written down.
Do you like
now
the over?
Moving up? That's enough to keep me off the game.
Okay, we'll stay off the game then. I could see. I would probably, instead of going over full game, I would probably go Rangers team total over. That's just me.
Fair.
Back to the chat, Nick.
Oh, geez, what's happening in the chat today? I don't know.
Acting wild.
No, wild, yeah. I'll take everything seriously.
No, we don't.
I wanted to back the Ranger, but Cole has been lights out, and Eovaldi has been getting hit and raising his ERA. Yeah. He was under 2 a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Don't be ashamed of your sense of humor. That's all good. Last 3 outings haven't been great. Yeah. Value on the game is on the under. The Yankees pitching should step up with Judge hurt. He's going to be out for a while. Yeah. Total went from a 7 to a 7.5 to an 8, and we just lost him. I knew you guys were joking. Just caught me off guard in this particular chat. Yeah. Yankees should be a good under team with Judge hurt. Their pitchers, yeah. Yankees plus 1.5 and the over 7.5 plus 195. That's not a bad look. LOL. Rangers money line. Yankees team total under. I could see the Yankees winning 3-2 today. The offense goes towards the Rangers, but the pitching goes to Yankees. Cole, bad matchup. Yeah. Cole has been very good against the Rangers. He has an ERA below 2.4 the last 2 years against them. There you go. Look at the first 5 under maybe. That's where I was leaning, but didn't get to it. Moving on, Seattle Mariners at the Baltimore Orioles.
Runs for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm so happy I live bet the Cubs.
I'm glad I stayed off that game. I wanted to bet the under.
5-4.
All right, cool. Mariners minus 120 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history between Bradish and Kirby. Line opened up at minus 110 for the Mariners. It's now up to a minus 115. 5-cent line movement towards my Mariners. Line opened up at even money at 8.5, and it's now a minus 105 to the over at 8.5. Take a look at the money here. Let's see if it reflects a move towards the Mariners and a move towards the under. 43% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the under. I guess that makes sense why it's moved towards the under. I would expect it to move more. And 68% of the tickets and 75% of the cash is on the Orioles. And the Lions move towards the Mariners, which is kind of interesting here. Let's take a look at the matchup. George Kirby's been good lately. 3.29 ERA, 1.07 whip, 7.7 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. 0.62 walks per nine, a 3.05 BABIP, a 3.17 FIP, and a 3.66 ERA. On the flip side, Bradish, 3.88 ERA, 1.26 whip, 8.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%. 2.49 walks per nine, a 3.14 BABIP, a 3.64 FIP, and a 4.11 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Seattle Mariners, 3.5 FIP, 3.5 SIERA compared to 3.44 and 3.66. Both hitting advantage goes towards the Orioles, 100 WRC plus versus righties, which is 16th compared to 93 for the Mariners, which is 16th, 10th, my bad, for the Mariners or for the Orioles. And look at this spot for me. I think I'm going to have action on another game here. I like Seattle at this minus 115 price tag in this game. The line moving towards them, even though the money coming in on Baltimore. I think they have the pitching advantage with Kirby over Bradish. With the line, that's just a nice example of reverse line movement as well. I'm going to grab it here. Sorry, Tim. I'm on the Mariners here, minus 115 full game.
Yeah, I just don't feel like fading the most profitable team in baseball. I will be on Baltimore because I bought Baltimore pretty much every single day. I will fade Baltimore at some points this year. That will happen.
Love to see when.
I believe I already did that. I did once. And Baltimore won that game. So, no, whenever they run into a team on a big winning streak, I'll end up having to fade them. But I can't do it right now. I like Bradish. I think he's a solid pitcher. He's been, 3.9 ERA, but you look at it, he had a couple rough starts in the beginning of the year. Last 5, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1. He's been pretty solid. So I would be interested in backing Bradish and the Orioles at plus money. I think that the books are still disrespecting them. It's just just because they're not a flashy name, they're dogs. Guaranteed, if it's the same record, if everything's the same here, and you put a Yankee logo there instead of an Orioles logo, they're a minus 150. So I think they're just getting undervalued because of their name. I'm going to continue to ride Baltimore.
Good luck. I'm on the opposite side for this game.
I hope you win, Nick.
Totally. Back to the chat.
Yep. Fine.
Vladdy over 1.5 bases for me. You're fine, Tim. I see you going back and forth. You're not laggy. You're fine.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
You're good. Vladdy over 1.5 bases. Good luck. Over 8.5.
In the Baltimore game?
Maybe. I had 2 player props for the early game that would have cashed. What's up, guys? I like B-More here. I'm on the opposite side. I'm on the Mariners. Hey, don't knock his B-More pick when you might be on Oakland today. That's next game. I like Seattle, but just might leave it alone. I don't bet against the Orioles often. Orioles money on. Fair.
It's not profitable bet against Baltimore this year, so.
Talk about the Athletics here. You want to make fun of me? They're the Blue Jays are minus 265 with a total of 9 in this game. And I didn't think we'd live to see the day here, Tim. Kikuchi is a minus 265 favorite.
He's been that big of a favorite before.
He has?
Yeah. Who did he face this year that he was a monster favorite?
Royals, maybe?
He never faced the Royals. He was a monster favorite against somebody.
I don't know. But let's take a look here. The Blue Jays opened up at minus 275. It got up to a 285, but now it's down to a 265. A 10-cent line movement towards the Oakland Athletics. Total opened up at a 9.5 minus 105. It's now down to a 9 minus 110. So it's moved down half a run and it's moved 10 cents towards the Oakland Athletics. Let's take a look here at this spot. To no surprise, 30% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the Oakland Athletics. 40% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the under in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Luis Medina and Yusei Kikuchi. Medina, 7.01 ERA, a 1.56 whip, 8.45 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 3.92 walks per nine, a 315 BABIP, a 575 FIP, and a 4.54 Sierra. On the flip side, Kikuchi, 3.97 ERA, 1.29 whip, 9 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 2.69 walks per nine, a 279 BABIP, a 542 FIP, and a 4.06 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Jays, 4.1 FIP, 3.44 Sierra compared to 5.12 and 4.92. And hitting advantage goes towards the Jays, 102 WRC plus, which is 14th, compared to 66, which is 28th for the Oakland Athletics against lefties. The Oakland A's do not hit lefties, and I think that's what's going to keep me off of Oakland in this spot. But one thing I could be interested in here is the under. I think that the under is very live, especially at a 9. You're probably going to get a 5, 5.5 for the first 5. I know Medina has been bad, but a first 5 under 5 in a spot where maybe Kikuchi has a good outing because he's pitched pretty well, and the Oakland A's are not a team that hits lefties very well. Let's see. We have Rogers Center as an equal 0% for what do you call it? I think the roof's going to be open today at Rogers. So no, it's a neutral hitting site as well because according to Ballpark Pal. I think the under is worth a look in this game. The first 5 under 5 at minus 105 here in this spot. I like an awful lot on this slate. The plays are just sticking out to me here. First 5 under 5, minus 105, Toronto and Oakland here for me.
I found the game that Kikuchi was a big favorite. He was almost $2 against the White Sox. That's what I was thinking. So he has been a monster favorite this year. And that game, I think they end up winning that game. But I'm not. I have no reason to go after this game. And as much as I would love to go after a total in this game, I just don't think that's a smart idea. Because you could get one of two things. You can get a 3-0 Blue Jays win, or the Blue Jays may put up double digits by themselves. I don't know which Blue Jays team we're going to get. Plus, this is another team that I just got to start not betting their games, is the Blue Jays, because I can never get the Blue Jays right either. I want to stick to the teams that I'm good at betting, I guess, and the teams that I can get right. Blue Jays are not one of them. Now, Nick, what was that trend for Oakland plus 1.5?
It hit.
I know it lost yesterday.
It's now 14-4 the last 18 games.
Not a bad trend, but I'm not interested in grabbing the.
No, I'm just gonna stick with this under
A's today, and the Cardinals are putting up more runs. Are we being serious? So happy I got to betting that. Unbelievable. Back to the chat. Sack fly 6-4.
Yep. Let's see. Wow, a lot of chat here. Was leading Mariners money line last night, but I don't know. Might stay off. Yeah. Yo. What's good, Joe Kryptonite? Pretty sure he lost the game he was heavily favored in.
I don't remember.
That's the White Sox, you said, right? And I wouldn't call minus 200 a heavy favorite. I would call
he was 186 according to covers in that game.
It's a decent sized favorite.
And the Blue Jays won 8-0 when they swept the White Sox.
Yeah. Ain't no way they should be favored by that much. Yeah. I'm got a real good feeling about the WNBA card. We're going to be capping that at the end of the show here. It doesn't hit the minus 300 criteria, but I think I'm going to put a half unit on Oakland money line. Yeah. Didn't know there was a show. There's always a show. Joe, who do you like in the
late because I
WNBA?
got out of work late today.
Yeah. I'm on the under. It went down half a run. There you go. Who you got in the NBA, boss? Jay's first 5 minus a half. Laying 2 units on the Mystics money line. Good luck. Supness. Mystics are the move. Joe teasing us, sharing is caring, bro. Maybe he wants to hop on for the WNBA segment. Joe, maybe you want to hop on for the WNBA segment at the end of the show. I like the under 162. We'll get into the WNBA after baseball. Mystics, I like the Mystics too. The Sky are live dogs too. Kikuchi K's. I have a great feeling. I have a great. I feel great about Mystics money line. Feel good about the Sky money line. There you go. Yeah, I'm on the over in this Blue Jays game. Oakland on a Sunday ain't a bad look in my opinion. Fair. 6-4 cards. Could see it coming from a mile away. There you go. Just saying. Saving the best for last. Smart, yes. Over 9 Mets and Phillies. Yes, I moved on the over 9.5 there. Or was it 9? Was it 9 or 9.5?
You got 9.5. I got 9. Sorry, I got 9.
I got 9. I tracked it wrong then. I tracked it as a 9.5 on BetStamp, and I realized I got a 9. Let me bump that down because that's why I have negative
9 at minus 125.
Yeah, that's why I got negative 5.6% CLV because I put in a half run higher than I actually got, and I wrote down the wrong number on my book. All right, cool.
Good job, Nick.
Yeah, we'll move on though. Maybe we'll find a game that I won't have a bet on. Usually, the last few weeks, I've been having a lot of games I'm passing on. Today, games are just looking decent to me on a Sunday, which is scary. Miami minus 70 favorites, total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here in this one. Miami, Pittsburgh. Line opened up at a 161. It is still a 161. It had moved a little bit. It's come right back to the opening line, though. And the line opened up at a 7.5. It's down to a 7. So the line's moved down half a run as well. Let's take a look if the money coming in reflects a move towards the under and a move towards the Marlins. 54% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved towards the under here. And 18% of the tickets, but 73% of the cash is on the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's kind of interesting here. That so much money is coming in on the Pirates in this spot. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, and it's between Oviedo and Perez. Oviedo's been okay. 4.3 ERA, 1.42 whip, 8.16 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 3.86 walks per nine, a 304 BABIP, a 388 FIP, and a 4.65 SIERA. On the flip side, Euler Perez, 1.54 ERA, 1 whip, 9.88 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 3.07 walks per nine, a 232 BABIP, a 337 FIP, and a 3.93 SIERA. The bullpen advantage going towards the Miami Marlins, 4.12 FIP, a 3.73 SIERA. The Pirates bullpen numbers have improved, 4.4 and 4.16. Hitting advantage goes to the Miami Marlins, 103, which is 13th against righties. And the Pirates are 87, which is 26th, which tells me that I think Yuli Perez can have a good start here. The line's gone down. I don't like the 98% of the cash on the under, though. This is, I think, the first game I'm just staying completely off of. I don't want the Marlins because I feel like this is a little bit too big of a price for the Marlins. But for me, this is a pretty simple stay off for me in this spot. I'm going to pass.
Is this still a Pittsburgh team that's They got they snapped the losing streak and they're back on another one. They lost 10 straight games. Now that's 11 out of 12 games and 14 out of 17. They're 3-14. Their last 17 games. That's not good. And I think the Marlins can do enough. I just want to figure out the best way that I can put something together for this game. And I think it's going to have to involve some player props. And one of those is probably going to include one of the best, the best hitters in baseball right now. The best hitter in general in baseball, I should say. And that's Luis Arraez. Let's see what I can get for total bases on him. Total bases from hits. Marlins. Where's Marlins? There's Marlins. And we're going to look for Arraez. Over 1.5 bases from hits is -102 for him. So I can grab that, and then you can take the Miami money line with it for a nice +179. I feel like that's probably the best way to approach this game, just because I could easily see this one being a one-run game. So, no, I'm not going to take the Marlins run line either, but I would be more inclined to take a rise over total bases with the Marlins money line, because I do think the Marlins win again.
Yep, fair. Head over to the chat. I'm putting in for next game the starting pitcher for the Reds.
Kind of like the Sparks, a little bit more than the Sky money line, but Mystics for sure. -9.5 at +1,200 for the Mystics. Just give me the under and I'll be happy. Eovaldi over 1.5 walks. I can see it. Oviedo has a tomato can. I don't understand.
Oviedo is a tomato can.
Yeah, he is. Perez has been good. Yes, Perez has been good. Give me the Marlins plus money with a rise to get a hit for even money. There you go. Perez has been killing it, and the Pirates still got lucky 2 days ago. They did, because they had to come back from freaking ninth inning. They had to come back in the ninth inning. Maybe that's another thing we could add. Perez over 5.5 strikeouts, -150. Add that to the Marlins money line and Luis Arraez over 1.5 total bases, and it's +337. Don't hate it. Fish coming off of a lost revenge. There you go. Sparks are playing without a key guard. Lego Brown. Dallas is playing better. It should be a close game. Yep, go Sparks. Pirates on Sunday has made me money just like Oakland. Can't go after the Pirates right now. All NBA dog money line +2,100. There you go. So many factors. There is. Perez strikeout prop, sure. Why not take him? RBI hits runs over 1.5. I don't hate that. Favorite plus money bet on the card today: the Colorado Rockies.
Whoa. Okay.
You come back to it.
Huh?
What's your favorite?
I do not have one bet at the moment.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a doggy underworld day today, gentlemen. Get it. Every other game, Arraez only gets one hit. Yesterday he got one. So lucky today he should get multi-hit to continue the trend. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. Who you guys liking so far? Earls? We're liking a bunch of teams and players. And let's see. So far, over in the Mets game, and I like the Rangers and Baltimore. And then a little bit of a parlay with the Marlins. Blue Jays, Phillies, Braves. I just like every single thing part of that. Now, I think the Phillies win. I hope they lose, but I clicked Orioles run line yesterday, never in doubt. Totally didn't take a 10th inning It's 2-run homer. Corbin Carroll over bases. I like that one too. Never in doubters. I like Payne running back wings money line in the under. Nope. I'm on the opposite side. The weakest market in the weakest market in the NBA, WNBA, even more weak than others, is the player props market in this league. I'm on Jones over 5.5 rebounds, and the fake country of Canada over 5.5 assists. Get it. Blue Jays minus 2.5 pod. Have fun. Best way to take Kikuchi to record a win, plus 110. I'm plus 115. No, thank you. Backing my boy Mackie Washington. I don't hate Washington today. But we'll go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, I had to type in the pitcher for this game for the Reds.
Is it Lively?
It is not. It is no, that's Tanner Banks is the White Sox pitcher. It is Levi Stout.
Who?
For the Reds today. We will get into that in a second. Let's take a look at the line history first, and then we will move into that. Line opened up at minus 152 for the Braves. It's up to a minus 208. A 56-cent line movement since the opening.
That's because of a Poly pitching change, because it was supposed to be live. They gave us Lively last night.
The thing I'm looking at usually has the pitcher's name in red when it's a pitching change. It wasn't a pitching change. Line opened up at 11.5 minus 105. It's an 11.5 minus 102. So it's actually moved towards the under, which is kind of interesting here. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. Let's see if it reflects a big line movement towards the Braves and a big line movement towards the or a line movement towards the under in this one here. We have 62% of the tickets and 58% of the cash is on the over. We have 58% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the Braves. Where is this? Citizens Great American Ballpark plus 14% runs today. So this is looking like a hitter-friendly ballpark. By the way, the last game we talked about, Lone Depot Field Park, minus 6% runs. So a pitcher's-friendly ballpark there.
In the dome.
Yeah, in the dome. Stout hasn't pitched much, I'm assuming. 10.29 ERA, 2.1.
I've got nothing on him.
You got nothing on him? Yeah, 7.
Covers has TBD because they had Lively last night.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever listed with Lively because there was no line for there was no line yesterday.
When I capped last night on covers, it showed Lively. So
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I trust gas station sushi more than covers when it comes to lines. But 5.14 walks per nine, a 4.17 BABIP, a 5.13 FIP, and a 5.06 Sierra. He's not been very good. Morton, 3.71 ERA, 1.45 WHIP, 10.46 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 4.05 walks per nine, a 3.35 BABIP, a 3.95 FIP, and a 4.06 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Braves, 3.55 FIP and 3.42 Sierra compared to 4.03 and a 4.04, a 4.14. And then Braves 141 WRC plus against righties, which is number one in baseball the last 30 days. And Reds number 5 at 115. But the line moving down kind of keeping me off the total here. I wanted to bet this over. But the money coming in on the over and the line moving towards the under is going to be enough to keep me off the spot. And I think you're priced. I think I'm kind of priced out of the Braves here in this game. So it's a pretty simple stay off spot. I think there will be value fading the Reds going forward, just not for this price today.
Yeah. I don't really know. The line movement's cool and all. The Reds have just been hitting. And it's not, and I know Higgs talked about it last night. You look at what the Reds have done. They're in their last bunch of games: 7-6, 11-10, 8-3, which was an under, 8-6, 5-4, 9-7, 10-3, 2-1, 7-4, 5-4, 5-4, 4-3, 8-4, 4-7, 6-0, 8-6, 8-9. They're scoring runs. This team's on a heavy over, and it's. What was his name again?
Strout.
Yeah, I can't. It's over or nothing. And Charlie Morton's
yeah,
pitching.
that's where I was leaning.
It's Charlie Morton.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about you. Said you don't like it though.
The line movement's keeping me off of it. That's scaring me because if they're a heavy trending team to the over right now, and money's coming in on the over, and the lines move towards the under, I want nothing to do with it, especially on a Sunday. I want nothing to do with it.
I kind of lean Reds to bounce back after their first loss in 2 weeks too, and you can get a nice price tag on the Reds, like 180. I'll probably be jumping on the Reds as well.
Good luck. I think there's value fading the Reds going forward.
Yeah, I just not today. Back to the chat. Holy crap, 25 chats. We're popping today.
Where'd you leave off?
Oh boy. Gonna go to this one. Try to rapid fire through them.
Yeah. Same game parlay. Acuna 1 hit. Albies 1 hit. Harris 1 hit. Rosario 1 hit. De La Cruz 1 hit. Plus 400. Not backing either team. Just med pitchers on both sides and bats are out. There you go. Bottom of the WNBA is horrible. The league has no depth this year. Yeah. If it was lively, I wouldn't have any batter props for this game. Fair. I got to head out. Wish I had time to hop on, but good luck, people. Let's go Mystics. I bet Carrasco to give up over 5.5 hits. I think that's a great bet. I think he gives up a decent amount of runs, too. I knew you'd be back on the Sparks, Timmy, going to zigzag theory, Dallas, since Dallas lost. I was looking towards Dallas as well because that line opened up at a pick'em and it's moved towards Dallas, but we'll get into that later. Stout versus Morton today. Yes, Reds run line, Braves run line. Braves first to 2 and first 5 run line. Good luck. Miami isn't a team you lay minus 170 with. Correct. Anybody seeing a better line than runs, hits, RBIs at minus 175? I don't know. I don't look at player props. Stout, who the hell? Exactly. In Stout's only outing, he let up 7 runs in 4 innings and struck out 3. There you go. What are you on today, bro? He's asking Brandon. Stout at Miami, an inning, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks. Stout versus Tampa Bay. Okay. Gotcha.
Not our boy. Not our boy. We hate Morton.
Exactly. Are the Gators getting the broom today? I like the under.
I kind of lean under. No, I don't think they get the broom.
I lean LSU.
I think they lose in 3 games to Sneeds.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Braves in a rout, minus 2.5 alt run line. There you go. Odd Shark has current pitchers info on. There we go. Braves minus 3.5, 8-3 Braves. The red hot Reds can't stay hot forever. Reds team total over. Charlie Morton slowing them down. Fair. This chat just keeps coming. Just stick to the Braves batters. Lighting up Stout and on hits, and of course De La Cruz for Cincy to get one as well. Fair. Phillies team total over. Toronto team total over. Fair. I'm on the Philly team total over there. Sunday baseball LL. If you know, you know. Yep. Stop in the MLB. I'm on the Phillies and Carrasco to give up more than 5.5. Yeah.
Did you mention that?
Yeah, he said stop Gio. I think that was.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I wanted to take the over in the Braves game, but y'all talked me off of it.
I like the over in the Braves game.
I was leaning that way. It's just the market movement scared me for it. That's the only thing that concerned me is both games have gone over the total so far, and the line and the money's coming in on the over, and the line's moved towards the under. So, love you, Joe. Morton has to be one of the oldest guys still on the mound. Yes. Reds are plus 185. Ain't no way that they're that plus money. Morton outlasted Dick Mountain. The Cardinals making it a game. There we go. I like the Sun and the Mystics on the spread on the WNBA. I have several WNBA player prop bets. There you go. We still got a decent amount of baseball first before we get into the WNBA. The Tampa Bay Rays are minus 250 against the KC Royals here in this spot. Total 8.5 on this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between KC and Tampa Bay. Line opened up at 245. It's up to a 260 for the Rays. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now an 8.5 minus 125. A line movement towards the Rays and the over, telling me Lynch is vulnerable. Let's take a look at the money coming in. 89% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is coming in on the Rays, and the line is moving towards the Rays. Usually with these big favorites, you don't see that much coming in on them. Sometimes you do. 11% of the tickets, 15% of the ticket on the cash on the Royals. 70% of the tickets are on the under, and 51% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the over in this game. Daniel Lynch and Tyler Glasnow. 4.45 ERA, 1.19 whip the last 30 days for Lynch. 6.53 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%. 2.67 walks per 9, a 247 BABIP. 495 FIP, and a 4.92 Sierra. On the flip side, Glasnow, 4.97 ERA, 1.38 whip, 11.72 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%. 4.86 walks per 9, a 293 BABIP, a 477 FIP, and a 3.89 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Royals in this game. 4.13 FIP, 3.99 Sierra compared to 4.54 and 4.36. Hitting advantage goes towards the Royals. 99 WRC plus, which is 18th, compared to 86, which is 24th. All of a sudden, the Rays are not hitting lefties anymore. This was a team that was smashing lefties to start the year. They're not hitting lefties anymore now. Tropicana Field minus 6% runs today. So under weather here, the lines move towards the over, which is going to keep me off the game. I lean Royals too. I think the Royals could potentially take 3 out of 4 in the series.
That's right. They played one other game.
Yeah. This is a stay off spot for me though. But probably lean Royals in the under.
I was about to say Royals for the sweep. I didn't realize that it was a 4-game series.
Yeah, and the Rays won game too.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I forgot about the 11-3 game. We also had the under in that game, so I just wanted to forget about it.
Good point.
Both teams have been heavy over lately, and as crazy as it sounds, I think if this game goes over, it's because Kansas City's the one that puts up the runs.
Yes, Glasnow.
Yeah, I'm not high on Glasnow. He's coming back from he missed a good chunk of time with injuries the past couple of years. He's pitched all of 5 times in the last 2 seasons, or 1.5, I guess, because we're kind of halfway through this season. He's pitched all of 5 times, and I'm not sold on it. So we'll see how it goes. I still think he's trying to get back into a rhythm. I think Kansas City can tag him up for a little bit. I would go towards the over in this game. And I would, you know what? Why not? Let's go after the Royals. Nick, I know it's Daniel Lynch. He hasn't been good. Although he had a good start his last time out, 7 innings, no earned runs against the Tigers. Previous to that, 7, 3, 3, and 2. But I feel like, Nick, if we're going to have to go after this game, we have to do 2 things. We have to take the Royals and kind of a hedge off the Royals for the over. Because I think either one of those will hit today.
Yeah. I want to stay off.
All right. Yeah, it was either both or none. So
it's none. It's
we'll
none for me.
That's fine.
How many plays do we have so far?
On the site?
Yeah.
I believe the over in the Mets game.
Cool.
And that's it.
I'm fine with that.
Sundays aren't, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want KC, but anyways, back to the chat.
Yeah. Stayed away yesterday, was gross. Jordan Lyles finally got that elusive first win. I mean,
against the best team in
baseball. I called that yesterday too, and I stayed off of it. Tampa Bay stay away game. Yeah. The Reds are going to regress to the mean. They're not that good. Yes, 100% yes. I called in the chat yesterday. I could see it. It could be an upset. Yep. Royals in the over 8.5. These Rays pitchers today and yesterday don't deserve the price tag. Royals first 5 again. Fair. The Rays haven't been hitting great, and Lyles has been complete ass. Just their offense doesn't back up any of their pitchers often. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Nick? Screw it. Can we go Kansas City today? Plus 240. I can get 240 for him.
If you want, I'm not going to talk you off of them.
All right, we're grabbing I'm putting up the Royals.
Yeah, good luck. I'm personally not betting them, but good luck. Wasn't his last start? Yeah, his last start was shaky. Glass now. Yep, plus 235. Yep, Glass may become Glass with Tommy J. Yeah, Glass now. Yeah, Orioles money line again. No, he only pitched 4 innings versus the Baltimore Orioles and got pulled. Yeah, Royals first 5 plus 300. Where the hell are you seeing that? Unless you're laying half a run. Mystics under. All right. Sunday night baseball. Always the game goes always under the total. There you go. Alex lock of the day over 9. The Giants. Good luck. Momentum. Royals. Tigers Twins. I'm on the first 5 under in the Tigers Twins game. But we'll keep moving on to probably one of Tim's favorite matchups of the day.
My favorite matchup was the first one that we talked about.
Yeah. Milwaukee Brewers and the Cleveland Guardians in this one here. Brewers minus 110 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Savali and Burns. Line opened up at minus 105 on both sides. It's up to a minus 106. So a 1 cent line movement towards the Milwaukee Brewers. Line opened up at an 8, and now it's up to an 8. It opened up at a 110. It's now a 119 for the over 8. So a 9 cent line movement towards the over, which was something I was kind of looking at last night. Let's take a look at the cash flow to see if it kind of makes sense here. 48% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the over. Okay. We have dead down the middle for this game. 51% of the tickets, 50% of the cash is on the Guardians. And the line's moved 1 cent. So the side I have no interest in at all. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, because I may be interested in getting involved with the total. Corbin Burns, 3.96 ERA, 1.15 WHIP, 8.73 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 3.15 walks per 9, a 252 BABIP, a 424 FIP, and a 4.21 SIERA. On the flip side, Aaron Savali, 2.67 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 7.49 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 3.48 walks per 9, a 260 BABIP, a 431 FIP, and a 4.7 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Guardians here, 3.9 FIP and a 3.96 ERA compared to 4.67 and a 4.2. Hitting advantage, a massive one towards the Cleveland Guardians, 109 WRC plus versus righties, 8th last 30 days. They've been hitting righties pretty well, and the Milwaukee Brewers are not hitting anybody. 69 WRC plus versus righties, which is 30th. I have interest in this under. I really do. With the bigger bets coming in on the over. The over. I have interest in I did. Except for the Brewers don't hit anybody. I got mixed up on that one. The line moved towards the over. This feels like one of the more obvious unders on the board. Looking at it, Corbin Burns should be able to pitch well against the Guardians. Savali's not the greatest pitcher, but he should be able to pitch against the league's worst hitting versus the right-handed pitching. This ends up going to be a stay off for me. It is. I want nothing to do with this game. I was originally looking at the over, but I can't do that with the way the Brewers hit.
It's a pass, but it's a lean towards Cleveland. I'm just going to fade Corbin Burns until he's off the Brewers, because Corbin Burns will most likely get traded during the deadline.
I think regardless of the condition of the Brewers, that's true.
Because of the whole arbitration thing, he wants out. He wants out, and he wants out as soon as possible. I wouldn't be surprised if he went elsewhere. So when it comes to it, I want to fade him right now until he gets out, but I'm not going to – I can't do it with the Guardians because that's asking the Guardians to score runs. So this one's going to be a stay away for me. Although you got a little bit more info than you would expect from me, because normally this one's one of those games that is a pass, because we get Milwaukee versus a AL version of Milwaukee, or we get Cleveland, who's a AL version of Milwaukee. So I don't like either of these teams. I don't get either of these teams right. So another two teams I stay away from.
Yeah, no, I have no interest in. Yeah, I cast the under in yesterday's game. I'm not going to go back to it today.
Yep.
Back to the chat.
Yes. I remember I mentioned I punched out late. Well, it was a late day. I went to Dad. I'm like so frustrated because the Cubs started at 10 o'clock. I couldn't get my bet in. No, better for you now because you didn't bet the Cubs. Anyways, where was the chat? Oh, what we go on? I'm limited to the ones for Ontario residents, but none of them have good odds. That's rough. Brew Crew, Guardians, AL version of Brewers. Well, they all come from the Central. Yeah, those two teams are identical. We'll go to this game. Sox money line. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm currently typing in my post for Twitter for the early games, and I'm going to post one for the later games as well. Red Sox minus 125 favorites, total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, as we have Cutter Crawford and Tanner Banks. Red Sox opened up as minus 133 favorites. It's now a minus 111. And they opened up at a 9.5 minus 110. It's now a 10 at minus 112. So it's moved up half a run. It's moved 22 cents toward the White Sox. See if the cash flow reflects this move. 75% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over. Lines move towards the over. Makes sense. 41% of the tickets and 43% of the cash is on the White Sox. In this game, the lines move towards the White Sox in this game. So less money, less tickets, less money on the White Sox, and lines moving towards the White Sox. Let's take a look at guaranteed rate. Field has plus 13%, plus 13% runs for this game, which tells me it's a very hitter-friendly ballpark. Both these pitchers have been strong, though. Cutter Crawford, 3.74 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 9.07 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 1.77 walks per nine, a 294 BABIP, a 356 FIP, and a 3.54 SIERA. On the flip side, Tanner Banks, 4.7 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 7.63 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 1.17 walks per nine, a 268 BABIP, a 471 FIP, and a 3.76 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Red Sox, 4.07 FIP, 4.11 SIERA compared to 4.58 and 4.1. Hitting advantage goes towards the Red Sox, 100 WRC plus, which is 15th, compared to 79 for the White Sox, which is 28th. This is another game where I don't particularly have an interest in it. I wanted to lean White Sox, but once again, I can't back the White Sox and their 28th ranked hitting against right-handed pitching. Like, that's just something I have no interest in doing. So this is going to be just another stay-off spot for me. I would like to back the over in this game. But once again, the White Sox do not hit, and way too much money is on the over. So this is just for these later games. I love the early games. These later games, nothing's correlating right now. So pass.
Who do you got as a pitcher for the White Sox?
Tanner Banks.
Never heard of him. Okay. This one's another one. I haven't bet anything in this series yet, so I feel like I can't jump in on anything. It would be an under. You were just mentioning how the White Sox can't hit. Speaking of teams that are going to sell, White Sox are going to have a fire sale during the deadline.
Yes.
And they should. We'll be interested to see where some of those guys go. And the Red Sox should sell a little bit too, but I have really no interest in this game. It's got to be a lean towards the Red Sox. The minus 120. I'd probably end up being the sicko to run line it just to get more plus money. But I got my I'm not going to go out to this game. I got plays in the next two games, and the next game is my gross play of the day, and I'm excited for it.
All right. And back to the chat.
Okay. Verdugo isn't back today like he was supposed to. He'll be back in the lineup for Tuesday versus the Marlins. White Sox should roll. Red Sox team total over. Sox over. That does. Which Sox team total? Which Sox team total, dude? White Sox and the under. I could see the under. We have the same odds as most people, just not as good odds. Gotcha. Red Sox are 3-6 in their last 9 meetings head-to-head versus White Sox. White Sox have a good shot at winning outright today. They could. Touki Toussaint. What about him? Is he pitching today?
No.
Is
the primary?
Primary.
It's premiering for the White Sox?
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Y'all like the Philly game over? Yes, I like the Philly game over. We'll go over this game, Nick.
Yes. And Tim disappears for it.
No, I'm right here.
The Angels, minus 155 favorites, total 13 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history for this one here. Line opened up at minus 141 for the Angels. It's now minus 151, a 10-cent line movement towards Anaheim here. Line opened up at 12.5, minus 115. It got up to a 13. It's now back down to a 12.5 at minus 109. So it actually, since the opening line, a 6-cent line movement towards the under, but the original move was towards the over. So let's take a look at this line here. 88% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Angels. 44% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the under. The Lions originally moved towards the over, but it's now moved towards the under. I think we can get a better pitching performance out of this game, obviously, than last night, 25-1. But let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. 5.64 ERA, 1.59 WHIP for Tyler Anderson last 30 days. 6.68 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 4.06 walks per nine, 321 BABIP, a 479 FIP, and a 5.47 SIERA. Austin Gomber, 7.25 ERA, 1.64 WHIP, 6.25 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 3.5 walks per nine, a 311 BABIP, a 648 FIP, and a 5.18 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Angels in this one, 4.15 FIP, 4.14 ERA or SIERA compared to 4.29 and 4.3. Massive hitting advantage for the Angels, 100 WRC plus, which is 15th compared to the Rockies, which is 68, which is 27th. I would like to back the over in this game, but not with the Rockies hitting lefties the way they are. And I know it was a blowout last night. I do not care about that. I don't care about what happened yesterday. I won't let recency bias take over. This is a complete pass game for me. It'd be a lean towards the Angels.
My favorite play of the day is the Colorado Rockies.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can get them at plus 130 after they just lost 25-1. Yeah, no, that's a crazy. Let's come on. Let's just sit here for a minute. Unless the books are giving out free money, it's only minus 150 for a team that just won by 24 runs yesterday. I know it's Austin Gomber, and that's not always fun. He's giving up a lot of runs. He's got a 7.25 ERA against Tyler Anderson. Why aren't the Angels a bigger favorite? And I can understand a little bit of line movement. The little bit of line movement is just because of the game last night. It's the people on the recency bias on the Angels. That's all it is. Give me the Rockies. This is the gross play. It's not supposed to be fun. After a 25-1, I'm surprised that there was not as many hit by pitches last night as there was. Because if I was Colorado, you get frustrated after a while when the Angels just kept teeing off and teeing off and teeing off. I guess Colorado is one way to cure getting shut out back-to-back games against the Dodgers. This is the pissed off Colorado comes back and smacks them and wins this game.
Game. I would love to support that angle, Tim. Here's the only problem, and this is a big problem with that type of angle. The Rockies suck.
Okay.
Then
why are they only plus 130?
I'm just saying, if this was a team that was actually good, I'd be all over trying to back them to bounce back. But we're talking about a bottom 3 team in the MLB, maybe the worst team in baseball right now.
Go Rockies. Rockies are my best bet today.
Good luck. I'm staying off the game.
I wish I could put it up on the site, but it is what it is. Back to the chat, Nick.
Yeah. Where'd you leave off?
It says 14 chats.
This one?
Here. Start here.
Yeah. A's first 5/full game, and I'm looking to take the Rockies as well. Good luck. After being DFA'd by Cleveland on Saturday, Tucson will reign the AL Central and provide depth to the White Sox bullpen. He holds a 4.06 ERA, 1.34 WHIP in AAA. Tucson looked good in the MLB. I don't know why he got released.
Because it's Tougie.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
No way.
They're not going to, Markel. The Rays won the first game.
Yeah, they wouldn't get swept. The Rays won second game. Ding dong. Royals money line. There you go.
Yep.
Hello, pick a sock color, any JK. I'm going to pass them. Point. Is the Pepsi Cola play of the day was the Cardinals' first 5? I did not play that game.
The Pepsi Cola?
Yeah.
I live bet the Cubbies, so I'm pissed.
Oh, that sucks, dude. White Sox claim Tucson for waivers from the Guardians. There you go. Angels again today.
Nope.
I lean that way. Angels got their anger out on the Rockies yesterday for that comeback on Friday. There you go. Under 29.5 was never in doubt yesterday. Hell yeah. Marlins run line. Yeah. Anderson is a shit ton better than Gomber. 4-1 compared to 7-4 records. Good luck. Rocky Mountain High, first 5. Broncos. If you're looking at the Rockies, absolutely first 5. Absolutely
game,
first 5.
outright winner. Colorado -1.5, -2.5.
Shit, that's right. Marlins money line, Phillies money line, Red Sox money line. Good luck.
All right, I'm good with the rain. I'm good with the Rockies jersey.
Feeling that hat, Tim.
The champions. I got my shirt in last night. Champions. Super excited.
Okay. Well, we'll move on here. I do have another play. I will be giving out another play. The Lions moved a lot on that play. It's in the Sunday Night Baseball game. I wonder if you wonder which side I'm on for the Sunday Night Baseball game. But Arizona Diamondbacks are at the San Francisco Giants. It's -125 for the Giants with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this matchup here. As it is, where are you, Giants? There we go. Ryan Nelson and Anthony DeSclafani. Line opened up at -130 for the Giants. It's down to a 124. Line opened up at a 9 plus 105. It's now a 9 -114, a 19-cent line movement towards the over. That's something I want to see with when I'm looking at the over in this game a little bit. Whoa. 33% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the under in this game, and the lines move towards the over? That's interesting. 43% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks, and the lines move towards the Diamondbacks in this one as well. Ryan Nelson and Anthony DeSclafani. Nelson, 5.31 ERA, 1.52 WHIP, 6.13 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%. 3.07 walks per 9, a 325 BABIP, a 463 FIP, and a 5.14 Sierra. On the flip side, DeSclafani, 4.38 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 7.04 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%. 1.92 walks per 9, a 296 BABIP, a 384 FIP, and a 4.27 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Giants, 3.8 FIP, and a 3.56 Sierra compared to 4.17 and 3.87. Both these bullpens have been pretty good. Hitting advantage towards the Giants, 114 WRC plus, which is 6th. The Diamondbacks not far behind them, 7th, 110. Both these teams are hitting really well right now, and I think we do get an over in this game. Let's see what we can get here. Over 9 at -114. I'm going to sign me up for that. This is one of those where I could be a little bit worried about the full game going over, but maybe the starters get hit. But that Giants bullpen has been one of the best in baseball. So this would be one I would actually maybe lean towards a first 5 over at 5 on this game as well. But I'm going to play the full game over 9 at -114 here.
What are your thoughts on the side?
At this line, the way the line's moving, I think the Diamondbacks are worth a look.
Okay, never mind then. I was actually
looking at the Giants. Wow, I thought the Diamondbacks would be your side for this one, Tim. You love the Diamondbacks.
It's hard. Diamondbacks, I love the Diamondbacks. I've been backing them all year, and they are the third most profitable team in baseball behind the Baltimore Orioles and the Cincinnati Reds. But climbing up that list, number 5, San Fran. Baltimore, Cincy, Arizona, Texas, San Fran, all above a dime this year. So I'm going after San Fran today. San Fran going for the sweep. They have been really, really good lately. They've won, what is it? That would be 12 out of 13 games. That is hard to jump in front of right now.
It is. I definitely would be.
I'll jump on the over with you, but I mean, I like San Fran run line a lot more.
Fair.
But I'll jump on the over.
All right.
Back to the chat.
-1.5 reverse cowgirl.
Yes.
You know my bet here. Walker and Marte to get a hit. It's hit for 7 straight days from Devin. 7 days straight from me. Going to add Patrick Bailey for a 3-team player prop at +190. There you go. Giants money line. Giants are rolling now. Better odds on those 3 added players together. Yeah. Well, let me take a look here. I know I've already moved on the Padres in this division, but I believe you can get the Giants is 325. Wow, it's 14-1 for the Padres.
No, I think this would be your time to. You love to sell low, sell high, and buy low. This would be the time to sell on the Giants.
Absolutely, this would be the perfect time to sell on the Giants and the Reds. I think. That's just me though. And the Diamondbacks are a team you could probably sell on a little bit too. But
no.
About the Padres, they are -180 favorites. They did lose yesterday, but -180 today, total 8. Let's take a look at the line history in this game between the Nationals and the Padres. Mackenzie Gore and Seth Lugo. Line opened up at 191. It's down to a 181, so a 10-cent line movement towards Washington. Line opened up at an 8.5 -105. It's an 8 -108. Now it's moved down half a run. Half a run line movement down towards the under, and a 10-cent movement towards the Nationals. Let's see if that reflects here. 26% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the Nationals. 82% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the run line for the Padres, though. 40% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the under. It's the under. Let's take a look. Both these pitchers have been pretty good. 4.02 ERA, 1.4 whip, 4.1 whip for Gore, 10.6 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%, 3.79 walks per 9 at 332 BABIP, 428 FIP, 393 Sierra. On the other side, Lugo, 3.86 ERA, 1.31 whip, 8.29 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 2.31 walks per 9, a 328 BABIP, a 372 FIP, and a 3.97 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Padres, 4.04 FIP, 3.86 Sierra compared to 5 FIP and a 4.58 Sierra. 132 WRC plus, which is number 1 in baseball against lefties the last 30 days for the Padres. 96, which is 21st for Washington, or for righties for Washington there. This is a stay off spot for me. The market's saying Nationals. My numbers are saying Padres. My numbers are saying over. The market's saying under. It's a stay off for me.
I agree with the market on both. I like the Nationals. I like the under. I like the San Diego Padres team total under. This is, I know you have a future on Padres and all that. This is a Padres team that's, yes, they've scored 23 runs in 2 games. This is still one of the worst offenses in baseball. They are 27-48-2 to the under. They're the biggest under team in baseball. I'm not trying to go and bet on them right now. This is, and it's Mackenzie Gore on the opposite side. How about a Mackenzie Gore, revenge game? Because he got traded from San Diego in that Juan Soto trade.
Yeah.
The only problem with Mackenzie Gore is in his last 10 starts, the Nationals have won one of them, and that was a extra inning game. So I'm going to stay away from this one, although I have a strong lean towards the Nationals. We're not going to have we're going to have like 3 plays up on the site for the MLB.
And that's fine because I think that when this card is over, I have 8 plays bet in the MLB today.
Okay. Back to the chat.
Yup. Can't stay hot forever. True, but I guess you ride it until they do. Yeah. Giants don't have have to win. Yeah. Nationals money line and under 8. Arizona from Dylan Med. What's good, Dylan Med? Did you hear about the volcano yesterday? No. Padres are inconsistent. What volcano? Gore revenge.
Yeah, score revenge game. I like that angle.
We'll move into Sunday night baseball. Then we got 3 games in the WNBA. The Dodgers -120 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. I did a free pick video on this game last night. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here for this one. Hunter Brown and Tony Gonsolin. Line opened up at -134 for the Dodgers. It's down to a 118. Line's moved an awful lot. Line opened up at an 8.5, +105. It's now an 8 at -120. So the line's moved down towards the under. The line's moved towards the Astros. Let's take a look at the market on this game here as we have 50% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on the Astros, and the line has been steadily moving towards the Astros. We have 74% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on the over, and the line's moved towards the under in this game, which tells me the under is probably the look in this game if you're looking for a total. And let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Hunter Brown has been great. 3.78 ERA, 1.22 whip, 10 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 3.11 walks per 9, 312 BABIP, but a 3.52 FIP and a 3.49 CR. Gonsolin, 2.92 ERA, 1.01 whip, 7.39 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 3.61 walks per 9, a 194 BABIP, a 411 FIP, and a 4.83 CR. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Astros. 3.64 FIP and a 3.52 CR compared to 4.21 and 3.73. Hitting advantage goes towards the Astros, 104 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 97, which is 20th for the Dodgers. So, according to my numbers, Houston has the hitting advantage. Houston has the bullpen advantage. Houston has the starting pitching advantage. The line is heavily moving towards the Houston Astros, and the money is about split, which tells me the Astros will play in this game. I got him last night at +123. You can now get them at +108. That is a 15-cent line movement. That's a pretty significant line movement here in this spot. I still like the Astros in this game. I don't think they should be dogs, and I'm kind of liking the first 5 under 4.5 now too. In this spot as well, and I'm going to move on that one as well to end my card. Astros Dodgers first 5 under 4.5. I like the Astros here in this spot, and I think this game is a lower scoring matchup, especially for the first 5 innings with Gonsolin and Brown. And I think maybe the Astros get to this Dodgers bullpen a little bit. So I'm on the first 5 under 4.5 as well at -110.
All right, we'll have a play for Sunday Night Baseball. I'll go with the Astros. We've been, I know us and then Higgs have all been high on Hunter Brown. And he's been solid. He had a rough start his last time out against the Mets, but that was the one game that the Mets, actually won in that series. Right? No. Yeah. That was the 11-1 game. Other than that, this year he's been pretty consistent. His ERA is a little bit inflated after that game. Not a big deal. I'm not super high on Tony Gonsolin. I wasn't last year. I'm still not this year. I'm not sold on him yet. And slight plus money, Houston Astros tonight.
Yeah, I think this could be a case of the wrong team favored.
Yeah. Dodger run line. No, thank you. Houston trash cans money line. Yes. Total went from 8 to 8.5, under 8.5 in the Dodgers. No, thank you. First 5 Astros. Yes, let's get it. Astros lost both previous matchups this year, so stayed away, but I wanted to back the Stros today, talking myself off of it.
Yeah, I did. That was my free pick video pick with the Astros.
Gosh, I hate this series. Cost me first 5 Friday, full game yesterday, so one more time. Astros first 5 full game and the under first 5 full game. Good luck to you. Let's jump into some WNBA.
Yes, I've enjoyed talking about the WNBA because that's been my best sport the last week or so. Actually, it's been a very profitable all season long for me. But we'll get into it here. Connecticut Sun, Chicago Sky. Sun are -6 favorites in this game with a total of 158.5. Let me get up the line history in this one here. We have the Sun opened up at 3.5. It went down to a 1.5 immediately, but went right back to a 4 within an hour and a half, where it's gone from a 4 up to a 6. Went from 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, then a 6. So it's steadily moving towards the Connecticut Sun. Line opened up at 160.5, and it's down to a 157.5, a 3-point line movement towards the under in this game. Crazy line movement in the WNBA, I've noticed, where multiple points are moved. And let's take a look here in this spot as we have 52% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the Connecticut Sun. The lines moved heavily towards the Connecticut Sun. 71% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the under in this game. The lines move heavily towards the under in this game. I like the Sun a little bit in this game, I think. In this spot at the 6 number, I think that number is about right. The Sun are 11-3 this year, 7-6-1 ATS, 8-6 over under. The Sky 5-8, but 7-4-2 ATS, 5-8 over under. I'm leaning towards the Sun right now, -6. What's your thoughts on this game?
I'm on the under. And I got it at 159.5, so I'm happy with the line movement. It's down to 158, 1.5, 158 some places. I think I saw 157.5 in some spots. So this line just keeps dropping. It's the early games. And not to mention, WNBA has just been if you went in to this year and you bet every single dog to cover and every single under, you're hitting at 55% on totals and 56% on sides. It's been dogs and it's been unders the entire year. More so than normal, which is kind of crazy to see. And that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the under in this game. And it keeps just moving down. I just see a good defensive team in the Sky that are not really good with scoring. And I see a solid defensive from Connecticut as well. So under 1, I got 159.5. So,
all right, I'm going to move on it here. Connecticut Sun -6 at -110.
As long as it goes under, I don't care who wins.
All right, back to the chat here, Tim.
Connecticut has lost one of their best players with an injury all year, I heard. Cool. I honestly have no clue any of the players. I'm just betting based on numbers. And speaking of numbers, there's a big trend for this one, Nick.
Is there now?
Yes.
We have the Washington Mystics and the New York Liberty. The Liberty 7-point favorites, total of 162 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, Washington and New York. This line opened up at a 2. And within about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, this line was a 5.5. And it's since moved up to a 7. We have this line opening up at a 161.5. It's up to a 162. So a half-point line movement towards the over, and we're going to call it a 1.5 towards the Liberty, because by the time this line was available on most books, it was a 5.5, not a 2. Where we have 38% of the tickets and 81% of the cash is on the Liberty in this game. And the lines move steadily towards the Liberty in this one. 59% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards the over in this one as well. Looking at this matchup here, I think the Liberty are worth a look. in this one. I know I'm going to potentially on another favorite. 8-3 this year, 6-5 ATS, 6-5 over under. The Mystics are 8-4, but 5-7 ATS, and a 10-1 over under record. They are the best under team in the WNBA, which is making me wonder why this line has moved up and why all this money is coming in on the over. And it's because the Liberty are a high-powered offense. I'm looking at the Liberty at -7 here in this one. I know it's another favorite, but for me, the way the line's moving tells me the Liberty are worth the look here.
I'm not going to talk you off of them. This is an under for me, and I'll ride the trend. I don't care. I don't care about the line movements. Washington's the best defensive team in the WNBA, only allowing 72 points per game, and they're only scoring 76. I'm just gonna ride the under. I think it's way too high for Mystics games, because with some of these Mystics games, you're getting 155, 155, 157, 157, 150, and it's only because they're playing the Liberty, who just put up 110 points last game. I'm gonna grab the under. 110-1. I'll just ride that for a while.
Good luck. Yeah. This is I'm gonna back them here. New York Liberty -7, -113. Oh, it's 110 now, or 105 for the -7. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the -7 here at -105.
There you go. Back to the chat. Took Dodgers first 5 spread. Nope. She fractured her ankle. I'll look it up. Okay. Mystics under. Yes, under in the Mystics game. The Sun lost Turner for the year. She's a solid player, but she's not an all-star. Washington's the best defensive team in the WNBA. The line is inflated. I agree. Take 30 cents to move WNBA line. You are overreacting line moves in general. Cool. Out for the Sun, torn ACL. She's a solid player, Dylan. She's not an all-star. There you go. We'll head to the final game, Nick.
Yeah, which is the Dallas Wings and the LA Sparks. The Wings are 2.5-point favorites with a total of 161.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this spot. As this line has gone from a 1 to a 2.5 for Dallas. So it's a 1.5-point line movement towards the Wings. Line opened up at a 164.5. It's now down to a 162. So a 2.5-point move towards the under in this game. Let's see if the money correlates with anything here. As we have 57% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Wings. I think the Wings may be a decent look in this game. 74% of the tickets and 97% of the cash is on the over, and the line has moved towards the under with it opening at 164. I think the under is worth a look in this game. In this spot, let's take a look at these two teams. Both of them are 6-7. The Sparks are 6-6-1 ATS compared to the Wings 4-8-1, and the Sparks are 5-8 over under. The Wings are 6-7. At 160, oh wow, it's down to a 161.5. Even though all the money's coming on the over, I'm going to grab it here. You can get plus, or you can get -104. Under 161.5 for me here in this final game. Oh, it's moved up to a 162. Okay. That makes sense with all the money coming in on the over, even though the line's moved down since the original line. So under 162 for me in this game at -104.
I'm on the Sparks. I'm just going to keep – I like the Sparks team. They came back and won the last game against Dallas. I think Dallas is overvalued. I think they're going to be one of the bigger teams that is overvalued in the WNBA this year, and I'm going to fade them for a little bit. They've been okay. They're 4-8-1 against the spread, so it's not like they're a world beater. And they haven't covered in 4 out of 5. The only time they covered was a 3.5-point win, a 12-point win as a 3.5-point favor against Atlanta. They even lost outright to Seattle. I'm not high on this Wings team, and I'm gonna take the Sparks at plus money in this one.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. those are all the games. Good work. Don't care. Cool. Dallas is playing better, and the Sparks are down a key player in Lexi Brown. Line is fair. I see no value on the side. Okay. Dallas tends to start games strong and then fade late when the tempo slows down. Then grab Dallas first half because the Sparks are winning this game. Suns also lost Brianna Jones. Didn't she get traded or injured? I remember hearing about that. Dallas has been a solid first quarter and first half team. That's when. There you go. There you go. Back them then. Back them then. That is all the games for today, Nick. Go ahead and
yeah. So you know what that means.
Housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website. It's all linked down below. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. That actually started off good views. I think it had like 1,200 in 4 hours, so that's kind of cool. Check out SeatGeek, concert tickets, sporting event ticket needs, ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Recapping for me, over in the Mets game, I like the Rangers today, and I kind of like the over in the Rangers game as well. Baltimore for me, I'm just going to keep riding Baltimore. I like the Marlins, but it's going to have to be with Luis Ariz over bases or Perez strikeout prop. Either one of them works. I like the over in the Reds game. On the Royals today. Colorado is my favorite play of the day. I like San Fran run line along with the over. Kind of leaning Washington. And the Astros were on. And then the under in the 2-1 o'clock WNBA games and the Sparks in the final one.
Yeah, I am on the first 5 under 4 in this Detroit-Minnesota game. Let me check the score of that real quick because that has started.
2-0 in like this third or whatever.
2-0 bottom third, live first 5. Oh, crap. Second and third for the Tigers with no outs. Of course, I'm going to lose that play. Wonderful. I'm on the Phillies team total over 4.5, the full game over 9. I'm on the Yankees money line at -108. I am on the Mariners money line -115. Oakland and Toronto first 5 under 5 at -105. San Fran, Arizona over 9 at -114. Astros money line +123. And the Astros Dodgers first 5 under 4.5 at -110. I'm on the Elks +7.5 tonight at -120 and the full game under 44.5 at -110. I'm on the Sun -6. I'm on the Liberty -7. I'm on the under 162 with LA and Dallas.
Right on. That's going to do it for today. Well, we got 3 more chats. Jones had a ruptured out for the season. Got it. All unders in the WNBA. Sure. Yeah, why not? Elks. Let's go Elks. Have fun with that. We will see you guys tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show.